Here we are going to start our new topic named product life cycle. Okay, so as from the picture you can see there are different types of arrows are there, okay, which starts from the introduction, then growth stage and maturity as well as decline stage. So in any case of the product, like if it is going to be launched in the market, or if you want to start the designing of the product, okay, that this all things comes under one terminology, and the name of the terminology is product life cycle, right? So here we are going to see the product life cycle in detail, right? Picture is there, okay, and in this picture or in the diagram what you can see, it is the diagram between the cells versus time, right? And we know this fact, like every product goes through a cycle from birth into an initial growth stage, into a relatively stable period, and finally into a declining state that eventually ends in the death of the product, like it is being reflected in the figure as well, right? When it comes to birth of the product, like when the product birth is going to be started, it is going to start during the design phase, right? When we are thinking about identification of the problem, right, then we are generating the concept, then after that we are selecting one concept, then we are going to develop the prototype, okay, then after the prototype we are going for the next stage, that is the testing, right? Then once the user tests your prototype, okay, then you are going to launch the market, okay. That launching of the market starts with here, that is introduction, okay. So remember that birth of the product starts from the conceptualization stage, right? And here there are many challenges and uncertainties at any time, right? Because when we are going to launch the market, when we are going to launch the product in the market, we don't know what is going to happen, okay. So here there are four stages basically. First is introduction, second is growth, then third is maturity, and the fourth one is decline stage, right? So we are going to see these stages one by one now, okay. So this graph is in between the cells and time, and there are four stages, right? Remember, the curve is of different shape, right? Now we're going to see one by one, and we will try to understand what is happening in all the four stages, right? So in the introduction phase, what is happening when the product is launched, right? People are not aware about the product, okay, and due to that reason the consumer acceptance is low, right? And yes, if the consumer acceptance is low, then sales is going to be low, right? So this early stage of the product life cycle, the rate of product change is rapid. Why? Because the management will try to sell their product as much as they want to be, right? And they will try to change the specification, and they will adopt various strategies, right? And why they are doing it, right? So to ultimately maximize the performance and product uniqueness, right? It's as simple as, like, if the new movie is launched, right, what they are doing, they're just engaging themselves into the promotions of that movie, and they just want to reach out to their users as much as they can, right? So that is happening in the introductory stage, okay. Then after that, what is happening when the product has entered the growth stage? Growth stage means now people are aware about the product, okay. Now what is happening, knowledge of the product and its capability has reached an increasing number of customers, means your product has been launched and now people are aware about your product, right? Now what is going to happen when people are aware about your product, then sales growth will accelerate, it will increase, right? So there may be an emphasis on custom tailoring the product by making accessories for slightly different customer needs. Now once people knows about your product, what you can do, now you can just customize it to fulfill the requirement. Like if people are saying, okay, now the product is very good, we want to have it in the different flavor, okay, or the different versions of the product, then you can start thinking in the growth stage, okay. That is your second stage. Now comes to the third stage, right? And what it says that at the maturity stage, what is happening? Maturity stage, it is the product is widely accepted, everyone knows about the product, sales are stable, right? Because everyone knows, then are, and these are growing at the same rate at the economy as a whole. Now every people is purchasing your product, right? Now what is happening? When the product reaches this stage, attempt should be made to rejuvenate it by the addition of new features or the development of still new application. Otherwise what is going to happen, if you're not going to redesign the product, okay, if you're not going to add new feature, people will get bored of your product, okay. So here what is going to happen, when you are at the maturity stage, there is a possibility, right, the other product, the other company product will also get launched, right? And due to that reason, the competition will be there in the market, right? So there is a great emphasis on reducing the cost of a mature product, and due to this reason many companies are providing discounts, right? Discounts on the product because competitors are there. Now you can see the example, day before yesterday iPhone 16 was launched, right? And now they reduce the product of their existing product, right? They reduce the prices of the existing product, right? So this is happening because that those products are at the maturity stage, right? And what is happening, at the some point the product enters the decline stage because the new product is also there in the market, right? So the sales of the existing product will start to decrease because a new and better product has entered the market to fulfill the same societal need, right? Because we know this fact, the need of the people are changing. Due to this reason what is happening, we are purchasing and we are changing the products very very often, right? This is happening, okay. So this is your maturity as well as the decline stage. Now there are some points like what is happening during the product introduction phase, where the production is modest means where that time we are we are or we are launching very less product, okay. So that's why the production is modest. And when we are reducing or when we are developing very less product, okay, the product cost is high, okay. So as we move to the product period of product market growth, more automated means when there is more demand, we can go for the automation, we can go for the higher volume, and it can be justified, reduce the unit cost. See, when we are going for the mass production, right, mass production, that time the cost of the unit price will be lesser because we are developing the product in huge numbers, right? In the product maturity stage, emphasis is on the prolonging the life of the product by modest product improvement, right? Because what is happening, everyone is known about your product. Now you must think about the durability of the product. See, if your product is durable and if its life cycle is higher, people will not think to purchase the other product. You can take the example of your home refrigerator, right? If it is working fine, do you think to change the product? No, right? So this might result in outsourcing to a lower labor cost location as well, right? So this is all about the product life cycle.